Rule 111. Prosecution of Civil Action. Section 1. Institution of Criminal and Civil Action. General Rule: when a criminal action is filed, the civil action for recovery of civil liability arising from the offense is deemed instituted with it. Exception: the offended party may waive the civil action, reserve the right to file it separately or file it ahead of the criminal action. Reservation must be made before the prosecution presents evidence with a reasonable opportunity given to the offended party. Filing fees: if damage, not specified fees like lien on judgment. If specified pay upon filing, actual damage is no filing fees required. No counterclaims, cross-claims may be filed in criminal case. No counterclaims, cross-claims may filed in criminal cases must be brought in separate civil action. Special rule for BP 22 bouncing check laws. Civil action always deemed included. In criminal case, no reservation allowed. Filing fees must be paid upfront based on value of check or other damages. Section 2. Suspension of separate civil action. If criminal action already commenced, civil action based on same as suspended until final judgment in the criminal case. If civil action filed first, it is suspended upon filing of criminal cases. Conciliation is allowed. Evidence from civil case is deemed reproduced in criminal case. Prescription is told during suspension. Exception: civil action extinguished only if criminal case judgment find act omission did not exist. Section 3. Independent civil action. Certain civil action may proceed independently of the criminal action. Civil Code Articles 32, 33, 34, and 2176. Requires only preponderance of evidence. No double recovery allowed for the same act omission. Section 4. Effect of death of accused. If accused dies after arraignment, civil liability from delict is extinguished, but independent civil actions may continue against the estates of heirs. If accused die before arraignment, criminal case dismissed, but offended party may still sue sue estate in separate civil action. Section 5. Civil judgment not a bar. A civil judgment absolving defendant does not bar a criminal case for the same act omission. Section 6 to 7. Prejudicial question. Suspension of criminal case allowed if a prejudicial question exists in prior civil case. Elements: a prior civil action involves issues intimately related to the criminal action. Resolution: civil issue determines whether the criminal case may proceed. Rule 122 in connection of Department Circular 015 and Department Circular 020. Rule 112 was provision under the 2000 revised rules on criminal procedure, specifically concerning preliminary investigation. The Rule 112 to accommodate Department of Justice policies and procedure. So, DC 015 issued on July 16, 2024, formally replaced Rule 112. It introduces the 2024 DOJ NPS rules on preliminary investigation and inquest proceeding. Key innovation include scope, coverage, quantum of evidence, and policy direction. DC 020 builds on reform and is especially relevant for serious crimes like heinous offenses, capital crimes, drug-related cases, money laundering. It introduces a structured process before even a preliminary investigation. The first stage, which include the evaluation stage, the investigating prosecutor has 10 days to assess whether the complaint has sufficient evidence to establish the essential element of the crime and meet the reasonable certainty of conviction. There's hold if met, the case is certified and proceed to preliminary investigation. Also, the case build up. If standard is not met, the prosecutor advises on what evidence is lacking and directions of complaints or law enforcement agencies to submit it. So, DC 020 thus introduce a proactive higher evaluation and pre-investigation case building process beyond the older, more reactive model. Rule 113. Arrest. Section 1. Arrest is taking a person in custody to make them answer for the commission of an offense. Section 2. Arrest how made. Arrest is done by physical restraining the person or by their voluntary submission. No unnecessary force or restraint is allowed. Section 3. Duty of arresting officer. The officer must arrest the accused and bring them to the nearest police station or jail without delay. Section 4. Execution of warrant. The warrant must be served within 10 days. After that, the officer reports to the judge stating reasons if not served. Section 5. Warrantless arrest. Warrantless arrest is allowed when A. The offense is committed in the officer's presence. B. The offense has just been committed with probable cause based on personal knowledge, and C. The person escaped from custody. Those arrested must be taken immediately to the nearest station and prosecuted under Rule 112, Section 7. Section 6. Time of making arrest. Arrest may be made any day at any night time. Section 7. Method of arrest by officer by virtue of warrant. Officer must be informed the person of the cause and warrant unless the person receives fees or such notice would endanger the arrest warrant. Must be shown if requested after arrest. Section 8. Method of arrest by officer without warrant. Officer must state their authority and the cause unless the person is committing a crime, has just committed one, and escape or notice would endanger the arrest. Method of arrest. Section 9. Must inform the person of the intention and cause unless exception in the Section 8 apply. Section 10. Officer may summon assistance. Office may call other to help in an arrest. Those summoned must help if they can do so safely. Section 11. Right of officer to break into building. Officer may break into the arrest someone if the accused refused to entry or the suspected person. Right to break out from building on inclusion. Section 12. Officer may break out of building if necessary to free themselves. Section 13. Arrest after escape or rescue. If an arrested person escape or rescue, anyone may immediately anyone may immediately pursue and retake them anywhere in the Philippines without a warrant. Section 14, right of attorney or relative to visit person arrested. Upon request, a lawyer or relative may visit privately to talk with the arrested person at any reasonable time. Rule 114, Bail. Section 1. Bail is the security given for the release of a person in custody, guaranteeing his appearance before the court. A. Nature of bail. Right of the accused. Bail is the matter of right for the offense, not punishment by death, reclusion perpetua, or imprisonment, or life imprisonment. Discretionary for offense punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment when evidence of guilt is not strong. Who may grant bail before conviction, after conviction by RTC of non-capital offense, and no bail after conviction by RTC of capital offense. If penalty is imposed exceeding 6 years, bail can only granted under exceptional circumstances. C. Condition of bail. Section 2. Appearance before the court when required. 2. Non-fight while case is pending. 3. Compliance with the court order, judgment, and violation is the cancellation of bail. And section 4 is as a matter of right before conviction by MTC, RTC for offense not punishable by death or reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment. Discretionary, section 5, 6, 7 after conviction by RTC for capital offense when evidence of guilt is not strong. Application for bail must be filed with the court where the case is pending. Hearing required when bail is discretionary. Section 8. Prosecution must be given opportunity to present evidence that guilt is strong. Forms of bail. Section 10. Corporate surety, property bond, cash deposit, and lastly the recognizance. Recognizance is allowed under certain circumstances. And the miscellaneous provision, the increase of bail, section 20, and the forfeiture of bail, section 21, and the exoneration of surety, section 22, and no release without approval of bail by judge, section 17. Rule 126. Search and seizure. Section 1. Search warrant is a written order signed by a judge directed to a peace officer to search for personal property described therein and bring it before the court. Section 2. Where to file. The application may be filed to court with territorial jurisdiction where crime was committed. Any court within the judicial region if compelling reasons exist. Court where the criminal actions is pending if already filed. Section 3. Personal property subject to seizure if subject of offense is being searched. Stolen, embezzled property or proceeds of the offense, property used or intended to the use of committing an offense, and Section 4.6 requisites for issuance if probable cause in connection with one specific offense, determined personally by the judge through search and question, must particularly describe place to be searched and things to be seized, and warrant must be in the form prescribed by rules. Section 7. Breaking doors, windows. Allowed if admittance refused after notice. Section 8. Presence of witness. Section 9. Time generally daytime. Nighttime allowed if property is on the person, place, or specified. Section 10. Validity. Only 10 days. Section 11. Receipt. Detailed receipt to occupant on or left with the witness. Section 12. Delivery and return. Section 13. Search incident to lawful arrest. Weapon of evidence may be seized without warrant. And Section 14. Motion to quash, suppress evidence. Filed with court where criminal action is pending. If no case yet filed, court that issued the warrant, if not resolved and case later filed in another court, that court resolved the motion.